Hello and welcome to Fiscal Fury channel, everybody. This is Granador. Another new session about cryptocurrencies is on its way. Today's video is about coins and tokens, the difference between the two and different subsections of all of these. And I'm going to explain all of them in a few minutes, but don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell button, and please do continue supporting us. Thank you all. Let's go to the board. So what I have drawn for you here is the underlying platform of Ethereum, and these are Ethereum tokens plus a few other tokens that is available in this platform. I'm going to explain a few things on this picture, but for now let's just go to understanding what is a token and what is a coin. Both of these are quite similar, and if you look at it from a trader's perspective, you won't find much difference that would actually change anything for you. So it is not important at all. But it is good to know. It is actually good to understand what the differences are. So the main thing is about their underlying platform. This is Ethereum. Think about it as Ethereum. As drawn in the previous picture, Ethereum was in its own platform. This is the most distinct feature between the two of these. If a cryptocurrency works within its own platform and within its own blockchain or blockchain-like platform, it is called a coin. It means that the transactions are recorded on its own platform, and this whole cryptocurrency is native to its own platform. This is called a coin. Now, on the other side, though, there are tokens. This is the difference between the two. Now, we are again in Ethereum blockchain, and these are other tokens that are working inside this platform, inside Ethereum's platform. If a cryptocurrency decides to, instead of doing the programming, instead of putting time and money into making their own blockchain, if they decide to put money inside another cryptocurrency's platform, they are called tokens. It means they are recording their transactions inside another platform like Ethereum. Now, these tokens are just quite similar to these coins, but very few differences are available. The main one was the whole shape, the whole platform. The second one is that these coins are most of the times used for something within their own networks, something that these tokens don't have. For example, in Ethereum blockchain or in Ethereum platform, you can pay for transactions as gas fee with Ethereum. You're going to pay Ethereum to have your transactions accepted. But these tokens, they cannot spend, for example, their own cryptocurrency for the transaction fee. They're going to need to pay Ethereum on Ethereum blockchain to pay for their transactions. This is how the system works. So now we are back on this first picture, and now you understand the difference between a coin and a token. Now, this is the same thing in Ethereum platform. Other tokens are available and they are working on the same platform. Now, sometimes some of cryptocurrencies cannot work in other platforms. For example, Bitcoin is not available on Ethereum platform. Now, what you need if you want to transfer Bitcoin into this one is a wrapped Bitcoin. Wrapped tokens are quite similar to the main coin or token. For example, if you have wrapped BTC, wrapped Bitcoin, One wrapped Bitcoin is exactly the same as one Bitcoin. The thing is, for this to happen, there is actually a third party needed over here. Somebody who has the authority, somebody who has actual availability to make this happen. So you're going to give this person, or this computer actually, your Bitcoin. This is going to hold it for you somewhere. This is not a person. Know that it can be a DAO, it can be a smart contract, whatever. Something is going to hold this Bitcoin in the middle, and they're going to give you wrapped BTC in return, and then you can use this wrapped BTC in the environment of Ethereum. The wrapped token, as I said, has the same value as the main token. It doesn't make a difference, but it's not the token itself. This wrapped BTC is not BTC. This is just a representation of Bitcoin living in the ecosystem of Ethereum, and you can do transactions within Ethereum with this wrapped token. This is something that is quietly done. It is frequently seen in the environment of cryptocurrencies, and it is not something that you won't see ever happening. We ourselves don't do it much. We actually don't need to do it. But for you, if you want to do it, yes, it is easy, and it is not something you cannot do. So this person will take your Bitcoin and give you wrapped BTC. And again, if you want to return your wrapped Bitcoin into a normal Bitcoin, you're going to pay this wrapped Bitcoin to this one, and this middle party here is going to convert it to a real Bitcoin for you and give it back. This is the whole process happening. This only happens because of double spending and faking transactions. Somebody needs to sit in the middle and say, yes, you have lost a Bitcoin to receive a wrapped Bitcoin. If this person is not available here, you can have your Bitcoin and have a wrapped Bitcoin, and you're going to double spend it twice, and this is going to ruin the whole system. So know this: for each and every Bitcoin out there, there can be only another one wrapped Bitcoin. Wrapped Bitcoins or wrapped tokens, they cannot overcome, they cannot surpass the number of the main token as it is. So that's another concept you understand. For the next thing that you should know is the difference between a normal token and a utility token. Of course, as you can understand, normal tokens do not do much. You cannot do much else than buying and selling them. It is just something like a bar of gold. Normal tokens like Bitcoin, they are just normal tokens. You cannot do anything with them. They're just mined and then sold and then bought and whatever. But utility tokens like Ethereum, which came after Bitcoin, with the purpose of utilizing blockchain for other things than transactions. These types of tokens, they can actually do something. They can actually accomplish something. You can do something with them, other than, for example, using them for gas fee. Some of these utility tokens, for example, are used as governance tokens. Ethereum, or for example, Uniswap as a better example. They're doing this governance token thing. They're giving you their tokens, and you can use it to say what happens to that token, what happens to their platform, to their blockchain. You're going to decide what happens to that certain token or coin, like Uniswap again, as I said. So these governance tokens can be the same coin or token that is on the blockchain, or it can be actually different. For example, JST token, or just, it's the governance token for Tron platform. This is something that we've had before, yes, and it is a token that you can go and give your opinion about whatever wants to happen on that platform. Having this token has its own rewards. Also, at the time, I believe it surpassed the price of Tron itself. So sometimes having these has more benefit than even keeping the main token itself. Now, this is the next concept that you needed to understand about tokens, which is utility tokens. There are, of course, other different usages. If you have seen BAT or basic attention token, it's the same thing. You're going to use it on Brave browser. Instead of watching normal ads, you're going to watch ads that basic attention token gives you. So after a while, and if you watch these ads, you're going to be rewarded with BAT tokens or basic attention tokens, which they have value and you can sell them for a price. Now there is two types of tokens that really don't matter that much, and we haven't used them that much. They are not seen yet in the market today, but maybe in the future we see more of them. The first one is security tokens. Of course, cryptocurrencies mostly fight to say that they are not securities, like, for example, XRP. Ripple is trying to do that for more than a year. I guess it's taking very long. The court of XRP is taking very long, and they are saying that they are not a security. I don't know where they have gotten. I haven't actually read about it recently, but I know this fight is going to take a long time. But some of these tokens are especially security tokens, meaning they are like, for example, stocks. You can work with them like you do with stocks. You're going to sell them, buy them, trade them generally. And they are securities, so they have to go to American SEC, and they are going to have to work with them in tandem if they want to actually do their business. So other than security tokens, there's another type of token called reward tokens. This type is also not very much seen. For example, think of Uber. If you drive somewhere with the driver, you're going to give them a ranking, for example, 5 out of 5 stars. Instead of doing that, you can pay them a token which can have value for them as money, and also they can gather these tokens so that in the future they have more customers choosing their car. Another thing that I'm going to need to explain to you is fungible and non-fungible tokens, NFTs. As you have seen, these are quite popular, and yes, you've probably heard of these NFTs, and this is something that is happened over the last year and it's growing, but currently in this quite ruined market actually, their prices are depleting as well. So just consider when to get in and when to buy if you want to get into NFTs. This is very important. Now, what is a NFT? First of all, you need to know what is a fungible token. BTC is a fungible token. Ethereum is a fungible token. Cardano is a fungible token. These types of classic coins and tokens that you know, these are all fungible, meaning you can trade one for another and it's the same. So you can give this guy, for example, 1 Bitcoin, 1 BTC. And after a while, he's going to return that 1 BTC to you, and it's going to be exactly 1 BTC. It doesn't make any difference. 1 BTC is 1 BTC. You can trade them equally, and there's going to be no price changes. Nothing is going to be changed. All of the Bitcoins in the world are the same. But for non-fungible tokens, think that, for example, you have bought some soccer players t-shirt, for example. It's 1980 and you're buying a very famous football player's t-shirt. So if you keep it for 40, 50 years, and then that person is a famous person, or maybe he dies, that t-shirt that you have bought is very pricey today. It's going to give you a hefty sum of money if you sell it. But think that you're going to a supermarket, you buy a t-shirt with the same person's name on it and with the size of your body, for example. That t-shirt definitely does not have the same value as the 1980s t-shirt of that person himself. So you should understand that the prices are different. Now, NFTs exactly are the same. This NFT is not the same as this one. For fungible tokens, they are equal, but for NFTs, they are not. So if you give, for example, this guy your t-shirt and receive a t-shirt your own size, which has been made a few days ago, you have lost quite a bit of money. And you should understand that. For example, ape coins, they are severely highly priced, and that is very bad actually. But they have a high price on them and they are very valuable to own. If you have, for example, another token, for example, a monster in another game, that token is not going to have the same price as the ape coin. It is going to be a different price. So you cannot trade these the same manner. You cannot give an ape coin and receive another token on that same, for example, platform. They are not going to be the same. As a good example, EA and some other companies are trying to do NFTs in their games. They are, for example, putting a number on a piece of clothing for the avatar of your player. And these numbers are special to the person that receives these items of clothing. So, for example, if somebody very important buys one of these and after a while decides to sell it, that item could be very pricey and very expensive. On the other hand, if somebody not very famous wants to sell their item, it might be very low valued. So you must understand these NFTs, even if they are the same shape, first of all, they are not the same. And second, they do not have the same price. This is very important to understand working with NFTs. And also, NFTs have their own platforms. Most of the times they are available on Ethereum, which makes transaction very expensive. Sometimes they are also available on other platforms like Chiliz. So Chiliz works with, for example, football clubs, very famous football clubs. They have their own tokens reserved on Chili's platform. So you can buy their NFTs from Chili's platform and then you can actually sell them. Or you can use them for a purpose. They can be a utility token as well. So you can, for example, go pay a few of these tokens at their club and decide for whatever happens in that specific club. For example, you want to choose that this year you want some special person to play in that club. That is something that could happen in the near future, and this is not very much out of sight. Or you can go watch their games if you have some of these tokens in a special, for example, seat. This is something that can be happened for NFTs. Another example is that I can give you my own NFT and you can be able to, for example, communicate with me if you have that NFT. That is something quite possible. This is the importance of NFTs and why they're quite popular these days. One last thing that you need to understand is the difference between a coin and a stable coin. We're giving you a lot of information in each video because we don't want to take a lot of your time and we want to make you understand these concepts very fast so you can use them in your trading instead of just watching them out. So, normal crypto against stable coins. What is the difference? Of course, the name actually gives you most of the information, but let's just see about it. So a normal coin, something like Bitcoin, goes up and down in prices. It has fluctuations. It goes higher and down. It goes like this. I don't know. Many things could happen to this token, and the price could go different ways and have different types of fluctuations. I don't know. So this type of coin, the normal type of coin, can have different prices, and most of the times a lot of high percentages change when a cryptocurrency wants to fluctuate. About stable coins though, they are pegged or connected to a real fiat currency. Maybe it can be US dollar, it can be something else, doesn't make a difference. If it is connected to the price of dollar, then it is not going to have fluctuations that much. It is going to be closed and actually stable within a very distinct range, and it's not going to go out of this range. It uses mathematical terms and uses different sorts of technology to keep the price of this token in a range, and it never goes out of that range. It is always close, for example, to the price of dollar, and very close. Tether, USDC, TUSD, these are all stable coins. DAI, these are all stable coins, and they are always keeping the same price. So for a trader, if you want to keep your money, if you want to save your profits, for example, over here, you're going to convert all of your Bitcoin, I don't know, Ethereum, Cardano, whatever you have bought, into Tether. And you're going to keep your money. You won't lose any value of your money. This is how we actually trade. We convert our normal coins into stable coins so we can keep the value up high. And then when the coin hits this low here, we will again return it into normal coins. This is the whole thing about coins, tokens, different types of tokens, and I hope you have understood, and I hope it is going to be very useful to you in the near future. We ourselves, when we wanted to actually get into this market, we were very hyped about it, and we were saying we should buy that token, we should buy that token, we should buy DAI. Why would you buy DAI? It's always the same price and it never changes. So know what you want to invest in. If you want to invest in NFTs, there's just another world for it, and it's going to be very difficult to do that. If you want to work with normal coins, that's another story. So know what you want to do and what you want to accomplish, and understand the market as best, and do not misinvest in anything. We're going to help you through this, of course, and it's going to take a lot of time before you see any profit from cryptocurrencies, if actually you're working long term, because there is a long ways till having, and today's market is not in a good place. Let's just leave it at that. This is all about this session, so I hope I will be able to see you in the next one. Keep up the conversation and keep up supporting us. Thank you, everyone. See you in the next one. Goodbye.